Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Happy Victory Wednesday. Yes, I'm not just doing Victory Mondays anymore. It is a Victory Week. This is a week-long celebration at this point. I'm still soaking it
Well, there
all
you
in,
go.
man. What is going on, Gino? Italy Jet here. Liam, episode number 51 of the Everything NYJ Podcast. What is going on, everybody? I hope you guys are all happy, safe, and well. Gino, how you feeling, my friend?
You know what? It's been a busy day, but I'm happy to be here. Always good to talk Jets football, and it's going to be a crazy weekend. I feel like too, and I'm super excited to see what happens overall because I think we're all like we want to go 2-1 this weekend.
I'm
So
ready. I'm ready.
I'm on a high. I've been on a high all week, and I don't want it to leave. I don't want it to end.
I
I just
love
don't
this
want it to
feeling.
end.
I love this
I
feeling,
know,
man.
right?
Everybody in the Jet community. Have you noticed on Twitter, like everybody's getting along all over social media? Everybody's just so happy. There's no more fighting. We're not
Right.
bickering back and forth with each other. Everybody's in a great mood. We have plenty of content coming for you guys today. I promise you that. Before we get into the video, you guys know the drill by now. Follow us on all social media platforms at Everything NYJ. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Never hurt anybody. If you guys really like our content, if you we bring all these wonderful guests on, just subscribe to the channel. That really helps us out as well. We greatly appreciate that. Um, so yeah, we're gonna get into the game. We're gonna do a little recap review, and then we have some news coming up for you. So let's get into the game, right?
Right.
I'm
Go
hearing
ahead.
on Twitter. I'm hearing on Twitter
Oh,
that the
jeez.
official name of the because we've had the Monday Night Miracle, we have the Mike White game last year. I'm hearing that the name of this game is the Happy Ending.
The happy ending. Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. Um, what are your thoughts on the happy ending, Gino?
It was a happy ending.
It
But
was. It sure
it's
was.
just it a lot of things went wrong in that game, but a lot of good things happened in that game. And you know what? I am stoked to see what happens next. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many things people keep talking about hypothetically or who's the future. I I want to live on this high, but I wanted to keep it
Yes.
going. I want to keep it
Why can't
going.
we go 2-1,
And
man? Why can't we go? But
I want to
what's
go.
going
I
on,
know we're
Vinny
going
and
to
the
go two and
Jets?
one. I know
Okay.
we're going to go 2-1. I had that gut feeling. I
Vinny,
don't know.
Vinny and the Jets. Our good friend goes, "Good evening, gentlemen. We beaten Cincy or what? I'm not ready to give up this positivity. Hell yeah, we're beating Cincy. They're 0-2. Why can't we beat them? Why can't we beat
Right,
them?
right,
Why not us? We
right,
beat them last
right,
year, and I think last year that they were a much better team. But before we get
right.
into the preview for this game, let's go back to this Browns game, shall we?
Okay.
Let's be honest. It
We're
was
gonna talk
not
about this
perfect.
game, huh? We're talking
Yeah,
about this
screw
game.
them.
All
Screw them.
right, go on, go on.
It was ugly. The first half, Joe Flacco was
Yeah,
he wasn't great. He
mm,
had that fumble.
yeah,
Defense was awful, to say the least. And they were
yeah,
really awful all game. Let's be honest. Like the defense was not good. Who are we kidding here?
yeah,
But
yeah,
you know what? The Browns. The Jets won. The Jets
yeah.
jetting up, baby.
And
That's all we
hey,
can say about it.
you know what? He's keeping receipts. I'm okay. I'm okay with
Yeah.
it. I was
I
mad,
was at
and now I'm good. I'm good.
I was at
It is
CVS
one game, and
earlier.
I hope we keep it going. Oh, I know it's one game, but I
Yes.
hope we keep it going.
Yup. I was at CVS earlier. I had a receipt like, like a freaking mile long. I just sent it to Robert Sala. On the back I wrote, "I'm sorry.
Hey, I
I'm
agree with
sorry,
this.
Robert."
Hey, I'm with you, Mr. Simon. I'm saying 30 Jets, 27 Bengals, because it's going to come down to the wire again. That's what I think is going to happen.
Okay. Everybody's
That's
so
just me.
ready to get into this Bengals preview video.
Yeah.
All right, well, let a little spoiler out the bag. Friday night, we're planning on doing a preview video. We're gonna try to
Hmm.
get to them every Friday night, but like my work schedule is just all over the place. It's
Yeah.
not easy,
Yeah. That's
but
all good.
we'll do our best. We'll get into it a little bit today too. But Braden Mann, what an onside kick, and we recover
Yeah.
it. What the hell's that about?
And then now he's the
Ashton,
AFC Special Teams Player of the
yeah,
Week. Like,
yep.
where'd that come
Ashton
from?
Davis comes alive. Where the
Right.
hell?
Right.
Wow.
And then
Who do we have
and
here?
then not only that, um
Singing preacher. What's going on, my friend?
I love it. I love it.
Sing to
I
me,
love it.
man. Sing it. Sing it. Sing it.
What
I love
else
it.
is Sam say? This week our DO will have a big game. This O line isn't good. See, yeah, exactly. That's why we're going to talk about as well, either today or Friday, because it's true. Their O line has not been good. It just hasn't. They haven't protected them. They haven't been together as much as well in the preseason, like the Jets have too. So I get it.
Yeah, definitely. And it's they paid a lot of money for their offensive line too, and Joe
They
Burrow's
did.
still getting sacked like crazy. This is going to be a big game for the defensive line. JFM has to come alive. Carl Lawson has to come alive. Quinnen
Yeah.
has to. Yeah, Quinnen's dealing with a foot injury. I'm pretty sure he'll be playing on Sunday though. But
Yeah.
he's got to come alive too, man. We got. How are we going to stop Higgins and Jamar Chase? Got to sack Joe Burrow. We did it last year. Why can't we do it this year?
Yeah. Mr.
You know?
Dean, trying to keep it real, always keeping it real. Bengals 35, Jets 17. Jets have scored 9 points week 1 and 17 week 2. Both games they have given up 30 points. Don't let those last 14 points for a miracle win distract you.
No, he's not wrong. He's not
He's
wrong.
not wrong. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I give him props for that. And then our DL will though.
I hope so. They need to.
I hope so.
They
Hey, they got to step up. That's the most on the defense that needs to step up is our front line because their O line, Dale's O line is so bad. But our front four need to step up, have a better week than last week. They got to keep these running backs and wide receivers tight. Our secondary is good, but we just got to keep them tight. We did not block the running game really well with Chubb and Hunt. So we did good the previous week, but this week was bad.
Are you excited to see Max Mitchell again? I mean, he was holding up pretty well against Clowney. He's been a pleasant surprise. He has really
I
been a
love
pleasant
it.
surprise.
I
And I'm
love it.
starting to think, see, I'm kind of torn because I kind of want him to start the rest of the year. He's the younger, he
Yeah,
was more of an upside than Dwayne Brown.
right.
But Dwayne Brown's going to be a really expensive backup then. I
And
understand he was brought here as a backup, but I don't think
right.
anybody predicted that Max Mitchell was going to be as good as he was.
Well, you know what? He's got 2 more games to see what they can do. You know, it's 2 games because we picked up an O lineman yesterday and
What's up,
today.
Matthew?
So
Yep.
hey, my boy, I'm looking forward to Sunday. Yes, we all are.
See what I'm
Oh
saying?
man, we all
Everybody's
are.
so excited. See what a win does, Gino. Winning clears like
Women
it
cures
cures all.
everything.
It
Not
does.
women. Sorry, I said
Women,
women.
no, women are headaches.
I'm sorry. Winning cures everything. So
Yes, we can't even
it
talk
does.
tonight.
Yeah, I can't even talk tonight.
We're
But
both on our
no, it's
medicine tonight. That's the whole thing. I'm on new medicine. I'm all over the place tonight.
but no, it's we've got to do better against the run. We got to do better up close.
Yeah,
I know
absolutely.
Sauce Gardner finally came alive in the second half of the game, but Lawson needs to get to him. This is Lawson and CJ's revenge game. If CJ was limited today in practice, I hope they both get those revenge games. I want to see them come alive during the Bengals. I want that
Yeah.
for them. I think we all want that for them. MetLife is going to be rocking. It's going to be
Yes,
rocking.
it will be.
And we got Mangold, the Ring of Honor.
Yes.
Like,
Yes, we
that's going to
do.
be awesome. That's
Wish I,
going to be
I
awesome.
mean I could be there for that. I don't think I'm going to be though, honestly. I could go.
Hey, I
It's not
mean,
too
if you want
late.
to go, go. I wish I could hop on a plane with you and do it.
We
But
could.
it's going to be a lot of hype with Mangold being there, and then there's going to be a lot of expectations with the defense getting better, and it's going to be all up to Chase and Burrow and Mixon. So it's
Yeah.
if you can shut them down, but they're deep at the wide receiver position. Their tight ends have not been that great, but I think if you can shut them down, because we can definitely beat this whole line. We can.
Yeah.
They're gonna have revenge on us last year, and they're 0-2, and I get that. They're a
They're
good
hungry,
team.
dude.
They're hungry.
Yes.
They're a good team. You don't overestimate them, but like when you come off a win, that cures a lot of things. You can tell even with all the videos in the locker room and videos everywhere that this is a different team. This is a different team. I always believe until the very end, until zero. When I saw all the footage, the behind scenes footage, man, It's
Did you see
different.
Gunny made it to
This
the
is
Jets
different.
channel?
A
Our
lot
boy
of people
Gunny Gunny.
did. It's not just
We didn't.
Gunny. A lot of people
Gino, we
did.
gotta start going crazy. We gotta get on there.
We do. We do. We do.
We'll get there one day.
All the people deserve to
Yes.
be on there. They
And
they
shout
they
out to
put in the
Gunny
work.
Gumby, New York Jets situation report, our friend.
Media, Jets media did
Yep.
Richie, and then the guys from Japan. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And
So
Brittany on social media as well. She did too. But yeah, they
yeah,
all
a
did.
lot of people did.
Everyone deserves it. Everyone deserves it. Whoever's been on there.
So we're saying that this might be a CJ Uzama revenge game.
And
That very
Lawson.
well might be the
And
case.
Lawson.
And Lawson, but let's stick to offense for a second here because
Okay.
Tyler
Go
Conklin
on.
has not been good. He had a fumble. He's dropping passes. He might not be the number one tight end like we thought he is. It might be.
Maybe.
I want to see CJ Uzama. I mean, it can't be any worse. The tight end bar has already been. It's already been shot to shit for years at this point, right? Like this is the best
tight end, yeah.
tight end that we have had.
Yeah.
I mean, if CJ Uzama doesn't do any better, why not throw Jeremy Ruckert in?
And Cager. Brian App
And
throw
Cager.
both of them in. Why not throw both
Might
of
have
them
to.
in? I mean,
I want to see
put,
some two tight end sets though.
yeah,
We really haven't seen that up to. I mean, a little bit in the Ravens game, but last week I don't think we saw any Lawrence Cager.
a little, but the thing is about Uzama, he's very good in the red zone, and I hope that he continues to be good in the red zone once he gets back. Injuries suck. Injuries suck.
Yeah.
He was mild today. He didn't really practice that much, so I'm waiting until Friday and a game time decision for him. That's what I'm waiting on for him.
I think it could happen. Why not? I mean, he needs to play. We pay him all this money. He needs to play. I mean, I get it if you're injured, you're injured, but I mean, you need to play though.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, but you also have George Fant. George Fant didn't practice today. Franklin Myers, they're keeping an eye on him, Whitehead, and then Williams, and of course Zach Wilson. And everyone's saying Zach Wilson is going to be the starter no matter what. So I get that, but do you roll with the hot? Do you go with Flacco or do you go with Wilson? For me, Wilson, you got to go Wilson. I love the Flacco stuff. I love what he's doing. But Wilson we need to see what he's made of.
We need to know what he is.
Yeah.
You know? Robert Salt, because everybody said, even like Joe Beningo, I don't know if you're familiar with Joe Beningo. He's from WFAN. He's been on the air for years, decades at this point. I used to love listening to him. The thing is, I just don't understand it. What are we getting long term from Joe Flacco? He's 38 years old. We need to know what this kid is by the end of the season. We drafted him second overall pick. He better be the freaking answer. If we need to know this year if he is or he isn't. We need to see tangible progress. I don't care about rookie of the week. I mean, obviously he won't be getting that this year. But he was like a 3-time rookie. That felt good last year.
Right.
But did he really earn it? I mean, I guess maybe out of the other rookies, yes, but it wasn't enough that like any of us feel comfortable. Yeah. I don't feel comfortable. I know you don't really feel comfortable. We need to see a lot from this kid.
It just depends. It just really depends. I trash the Jets every time they lose, and that's often. So when we're coming off of when I'm getting root-like, I've never rooted before another. And the Jets are not a win now team. This is an evaluation year as soon Wilson can get in. I get it, but everyone's got different opinions, you know.
No, they're not a win now team. You're right. But like you said, we need to evaluate what we have. We need to look towards the future. We need to keep looking towards the future. Right. That's fair to say. We're not getting anything out of Joe Flacco. Yeah, we get like a little good moment from Joe Flacco. Oh, that was nice. That's a Joe Flacco game. That's cool.
Yeah, but he was third. Did you see the ranking with the Flacco? He's third. Third behind.
Yeah, that doesn't mean shit.
And Tua. I mean, it's good though. It's great that we're getting some recognition, and we're voting for Wilson and Hall to be the players of the week in their position. I think it's great.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I'm not complaining about it. I'm happy to see the Jets up there. Braid Man, special teams player of the week, and Joe Flacco's up there. It's cool that the Jets are starting to get noticed a little bit. People are this game turned a lot of heads.
It did.
It really did. It did.
It was amazing. Yep. But we got to keep it going.
Oh, no, you're texting and driving? Don't text and drive.
Yeah, I don't text and drive, buddy.
Singing
Sorry,
preacher.
preacher.
Sing in the car, but Texas, pull over and text. We appreciate you. We appreciate you commenting and everything. We really do. Thank you for your
Yeah,
support. But I
appreciate
don't want to
that.
see you get into a car accident.
Right.
Be safe out
But
there,
no,
ladies and gentlemen.
but let's talk about the defense.
Okay.
You go.
I think they need to improve.
Well, yeah, I think the front line needs to improve. I think they got to do a heck of a better job than what they did. I mean, Brown's defense just gave up. Honestly, they just gave up. They
Yeah, I
literally
don't know what happened with that.
handed us the win. They literally just handed us the win.
I'm okay
And
with that too because how many times have we handed other teams to win,
and you
right?
know what's really messed up is Browns fans are like, oh, it's the Jets. Oh man, Wes, it's the Jets. Are you kidding me? Do
Yeah,
you
it's the
know who
Jets.
you
Come get
are?
some, baby.
Do you know
Right?
who you are? You have been a losing team more than the Jets have ever. You have a
Let
great
me throw
history.
something at you.
They have a great
Yep.
history though, and we do too. We don't recognize them for
We
it.
do.
Go on. What?
Do you know the last time a team gave up 14 points in under 2 minutes in the game? Do you know?
Was it a Super Bowl?
No. It was 2001. Do you know the
Oh
team
no!
that did it?
Oh jeez. Okay. Yeah.
It was the
Yep.
Browns again.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they should be used to this. They've done this before. They've seen that before. Because let me tell
Right.
you, I get a lot of flack for my tweets during the game because that's all emotion, right? If I say like
Right.
fuck
Right.
Flacco or anything like that, I don't
Yeah.
mean it, but I called Flacco an asshole when he fumbled because he's being an asshole at that point. Like sorry.
I know.
I don't mean it.
I
I
know.
still love this team, all right? I'm very hard on them, but there's really not a lot of people and like maybe you because like you were during the game saying it's not over till it's over.
Yeah.
99.9% of Jet fans thought it was over. Let's be real, because
I
we've
know.
seen this game before. We've seen
I
it
was at two
happen. I've seen
percent. I was at 2%.
you were the 2%, yes, but it's just I've seen that game before, and like I've seen like I'm starting to see like more and more now that they're not quitting. And Robert Saleh, what he said, he handled it perfectly. He said, "Yeah, we're focused on the next week now. Like we got to teach this young team how to win now.
Right.
We know how to lose.
Right.
We lost week one. It was embarrassing.
Right.
It was a real letdown.
Right.
It kind of sucked the air right out of MetLife Stadium. And I'm
Right.
so glad that we got to do it to another team. I don't feel bad at all because
Oh, I don't
we've
feel
had it
bad.
happen to us a million and one times. I've
Yeah.
seen this game before. I've seen them come out
Yeah.
flat. I've seen them come out and go 3-and-out, just like we did. But you know what they did?
Right.
They made halftime adjustments.
It
When's
did.
the last time the Jets have made halftime? I mean, we did it last year a little bit, but we're actually making halftime adjustments. We're changing things at halftime.
Yeah.
We're not stubborn anymore.
Right.
That's a positive.
The veteran guys stepped up. Salah stepped up. LaFleur stepped up. Albrook stepped up. Albrook still needs to work on that defense so
Yes.
much because he's really making me mad, but he needs to step up. Salah is turning into the guy that I was hoping that he could be. But he still needs to get after them. He still needs to get after the players on if they made a mistake. They can't be, back and forth with guys and management. You got to back up it. You got to back it up. Got to be hard. But like I said, I'm going to give him one thing. He came out with a whole new game plan, and in the locker room and after the game, they rallied around him so much that they loved him. It's like one of those
Yeah.
things where what are we not seeing? What is the Jets community not seeing than what the players are seeing? And I think we got a really big glimpse of that on Sunday.
Well, what we are seeing is he will not insult another player in public. He won't do it.
That's cool.
That kind of pisses me off about. Yes, no, it's good. It's good. But one of the things that pisses me off about him is the way he gets after the ref when the refs
Yeah.
make a bad call. You need to be getting
Yeah.
after the players the same way when they make a bad
Yeah.
play.
Right.
There's no accountability on that field. Tyler Conklin, he drops a pass, he's right back out there the next series, the next drive, next play.
Right. Right.
Where you think back to the old days, guys like Rex. Oh, Rex was kind of guilty of it too. But I mean,
Right.
I was a little young. But you hear the stories of like Bill Parcells and everything. Like you'd be
Right.
benched. You'd be done for like a quarter. Sorry, you want to drop
Right.
passes? Corey Davis, you're out of the game.
Right.
You know.
Right. But
And that's another thing. The defensive rotations, I don't. It bothers the hell out of me.
me
I
too.
don't understand it. I don't think I will ever understand. They are hell bent on three plays on, 3 plays off. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
We
They
need
need to
to
stick
have
with the hot hand. They need to stick with a hot
yes.
hand.
Not only that, but we need our best players out there on like third. If it's like 3rd and 1, why is Quinn Williams on the bench? Come on, he's like one of our best players on defense. We need our best players out there on the biggest plays. And Robert Sala, I don't understand his defense. I don't think I'll ever understand it. Some of the things he does, I just don't understand. But do you think if the defense keeps heading down the direction that they're heading down, do you think Ulbrich will make it through the rest of the season, or do you think he'll be out the door and Robert Sala just takes over?
It's tough because JD always pulls stuff like this all the time. He either will do something about it in the middle of the season, or he'll do something about it after the season. So he has been very consistent on sticking with people throughout the year. So
Yes, he has.
I no, he's going to be with us all year, and then they're going to do something about it after the year. That's my personal opinion. But it's going to be bad if it does get to that point, though.
Yeah,
So
we cannot be dead last on defense again because this is
right,
Robert Sala. I mean, Robert Sala overall, this is his team.
yeah,
He was
it is
bought
his
here because of
defense.
his yeah, he was
Defensive
bought here
mind
because of
of
his
his
defense.
defensive
Yeah.
mind. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
So he's this defensive guru, this defensive genius, whatever you want to call him.
right,
And your defense was ranked dead last year. And
right.
the way it's looking right now, it's not pretty. Yes, we were better in the Ravens game than
Mm,
we were this week. I guess in
yeah,
a perfect world, the defense really stepped up week 1. The offense really stepped up week 2. Maybe we could have some complimentary football for once week 3. Wouldn't that be nice?
shout out to LaFleur and Boyer for doing good on special
Yes.
teams and in the offense, the trick plays, the onside kick, the wide open pass to Corey Davis, everything, all the route running. Shout out to them. They did very. This is what I always wanted for the Jets to have multiple weapons and we use them. We know how good Wilson is now. We know how good Hall is now. We know how good in depth when they're blocking people, and you have a guy like Davis wide open. And Elijah
Yeah.
Moore. Half the game, Elijah Moore was open. Half this
Yes.
game. That's what you want.
You know what the perfect situation is? I think
What's that?
Elijah Moore has somehow become a number 2 wide receiver, which is not a bad thing at all.
Yeah.
If he's wide receiver 2, Garrett Wilson is a freaking dog. There's no, and you know what I
Yeah.
like about Mike LaFleur?
What's up?
He's learned. He learned.
Yeah.
He made
Yeah.
adjustments. He even said,
Yeah.
he goes, I didn't think that Garrett Wilson would be ready for week 1. I didn't realize that, like, yeah, when the bright lights are on, he
Yeah.
flourishes. He was
Yeah.
comfortable. He went back to his Ohio roots.
Yeah.
He was in front of probably a lot of Ohio State fans. It was probably
He
bittersweet
was.
for him because, yeah, and
But
that's the thing. He came out and he said, "Listen, I was wrong. I didn't realize that the game wasn't too big for him." That's what you want to
right.
see. Make the adjustments. I like that this coaching staff, especially in the offense, they're not too stubborn. On
Yeah.
defense, I feel like Robert Sala and Ulbrich, I feel like they're a little stubborn. Mike LaFleur, he goes, "All right, he wants the ball more. Let's give him the ball more."
Yeah.
The worst case scenario, he doesn't catch it,
Yeah.
and he went out there and he freaking balled, dude.
Well, he had a lot going on for him. I mean, they were chirping at him, and he was chirping right back. So I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
you've
he
been
was
seeing
yelling at
all the
kids.
videos,
He was yelling
and
at
all the stuff.
kids.
He's
He
going at
was.
kids. Yeah, no, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
I
It's
don't
just
think I've ever
funny.
actually had a player come at me, but I mean, I'm all
I
for
mean,
it.
who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I know. I know. It's just after this game going in this weekend, it's just going to be very exciting. It's an exciting time. We signed another O lineman, Pinky. Pinky.
Pinky.
He's been with three different teams. He's only been in the league for about 6 years, so it's gonna be very interesting. I like that we signed another backer because we released Glazier, so I'm really happy with that. Um, but overall, it's I don't agree with the wide receiver trade rumors. If we do trade
Oh
Mims or
yeah.
Davis, I don't want to. With the sources out there, I think we should trade Mims, keep Davis because Davis is still good, even with the drops and stuff. But overall, going to the quarterback position now. Salah is still sticking with Wilson for week 4. He practiced today, looked pretty good. So overall, that's what we want to see and hear. And also, just like Salah says, the defense has got to be better. And the offense has to contribute. Offensive line has to hold it. If Fant doesn't play this game, who the hell are you gonna put in Fant? Because there's Fant's injured. What are you gonna do? So there's a lot of
Somebody.
question marks. There's
Next
a
man
lot
up
of things
mentality,
going on,
baby.
and that's what I love. Hey, when someone's bad, next one up. Do your job. I think we'll do our job. I think we'll do.
Now, obviously, this is not the same old Jets, but I don't want to see the Jets become the same old Jets. And historically, after a win, the next week they come out and they lay a dud.
Yeah.
They cannot do that this game. This is gonna be a big
Right.
game for them. I
Right.
understand the Bengals are 0-2. They're not the Bengals that they were last year. They're not. They invested a lot of money on the offensive line, like I said earlier, and it's really still not clicking.
Right.
If we could go out there, if we could leave 2-1, do you know what that would do for us, dude? That'd be
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Because what's keeping this team going right now is the confidence in the locker room. And no mistake about it, it was sucked out of the locker room after week 1. I think the morale was pretty low.
Yeah.
Even though it was only week 1, they came back and they bounced back. They weren't looking like they were going to win this game.
Yeah.
They're calling it a miracle for a reason, because it was a miracle that they won this game. But you know what?
Yeah.
They're looking at it. All they see is we won, which they did. So in their eyes, now we're cocky again. Now we have that swag to us. We could go out there. We could beat a team.
Right.
The Bengals. It's not going to be easy. I marked it down as a win when we did our schedule predictions video, and the reason I did that because we beat them last year with the backup quarterback.
Yeah.
We beat them last year, and we weren't as talented as a team as they were, and we were passing all over them.
Right. Agreed.
Because I'm not really afraid of Mixon. I'm really not afraid of him. He's going to get his, because the Jets. We're learning that Jets cannot stop running backs. Week 1, we kind of did.
Yeah.
We contained Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
But we have always struggled against the run. I remember last year, thinking back to the Colts game, Jonathan Taylor ran for like 128 yards on us.
Right.
We've always struggled with tight ends, and we've struggled with running backs. If we could at least kind of contain the running game a little bit,
right,
that's going to be huge. But we can't count him out. He's a superstar for a reason. But if we could hit and if we could rattle Joe Burrow, where we could kind of, do you want to see Sauce on Chase, or what are you thinking with that matchup?
No, Reed. I want Reed on Chase. Reed.
Okay.
Reed has been the best corner.
He's very underrated.
He's been one of the best corners in the league, but he's the best corner on this team. You need a guy like Reed on your number 1 corner. Okay. I know people want Sauce on that corner, but you know what? They have a very big depth. Boyd and Higgins are doing very well right now. Okay. Put Sauce on Higgins. Put whoever you got to do on Boyd. It could be a linebacker. It could be Eccles. Could be Carter. I love that. But put Sauce. Don't put Sauce on Chase. I just here's the thing. Chase has been second time in the league. It's the second year. It's just there's too much at stake. There's too much at stake. You got to have the veteran guy on your number 1 on Chase. I know people are like, but his long arms, he can keep up. He's so lengthy. Yeah, he is all. That's
kind of what I was thinking.
He's all those things, but Reed knows well enough that he's not going to get the penalties because Chase is good at with the penalties part. Like you can get penalties really easily off Chase because he just knows it a little bit better than last year. So that's why you need a veteran guy on him. That's just my opinion. I know other people think or disagree with me, which is totally fine. But if I was the Jets, I would put Reed on Chase or double team him the whole game. I'm down with that too. I'm down with that too. But then you got Higgins and Boyd to worry about. And you got Mixon to worry about. And you have their long tight end that they got in the draft. It's like you gotta figure it out. Just like Mike West.
Just like
says,
Mike West.
Figure it out.
Figure it out, baby. Yep. Well, it really all starts up front. If we could rattle Burrow. I think that gives us a really good chance to win. But
Right.
we're gonna get more in depth Friday night with this. We're gonna have a little late night preview video coming out, Jets versus
Right.
Bengals. So we're gonna get more in depth there.
Yep.
I guess we won't spoil it now, but we do have a couple more shows, and we have some different ideas for the show
Yeah.
coming out soon.
Yes, we
So
do.
definitely stay tuned for that. That's gonna wrap it up for this edition,
Hmm.
episode 51 of the Everything NYJ podcast. Yeah, you might want to subscribe to the channel now because we have some really big things coming soon. I promise you that. This channel is never sleeping. If you look
Not
up in the
sleeping.
right hand corner a little, you see something a little different up there. Just gonna leave that there. We have things coming, man. It's not just
Definitely.
a couple things. So thank you guys for watching. As always, we're gonna wrap it up here. Gino, any last words before we go?
We were not in the top 10 last week for defense, but we were in the top 10 for offense this Sunday. Let's have them both in the top 10. Let's go.
All right, we will. I mean, Gino might talk to you before then, but I will probably talk to you guys Friday night. Maybe I'll talk
Yep.
to you before that. I don't know. Well, I have a wedding tomorrow, so I probably won't. But yeah, we'll definitely see you Friday night. Yeah,
Yeah.
Gino, I don't know. Maybe they'll see you tomorrow. Maybe not. Right? Gino's always
Who
around.
knows?
He's Hollywood.
Who knows?
You're Hollywood.
Who knows?
All
Who
right,
knows?
everybody. Have a great night. Enjoy. Drink your water. Stay safe. Peace out, everybody.